Welcome to E3 2014. I have to tell you guys that I love my job. I get to work in an industry that is just changing every day. And you know, you look at games, we've got Far Cry, we've got the new Call of Duty game, we've got Titanfall, and in this industry, we're working with amazing designers and writers and producers, and no two projects are the same experience. And for me, I get to work with over 600 actors every year, and it's just such an amazing experience because we're crafting these memorable scenes and experiences for the audience. And one of the best parts of my job is that I get to work with these amazing guys, and these guys make my job one of the best in the business, and I just love watching these guys work. So let me introduce Troy Baker, John Dimaggio, and Nolan North.
Don't sit on the microphone.
Don't sit
That's
on
not
the microphone.
the hole they want to hear from.
Does this work?
So you guys are going to know their credits, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I just love hearing this. So John, we know you as Bender from Futurama.
Hooray! We're off the air!
Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Yay! I can fart.
Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War.
Nice.
And Rico from Madagascar.
Yep, that's him. Hooray!
Troy Baker, my good friend, starring alongside Kevin Spacey in the new Call of Duty this year. Booker DeWitt and Bioshock. Come on, guys, let's hear this. We got to make more noise than all these guys around here. Booker DeWitt in Bioshock Infinite. Delson Rowe in Infamous Second Son. The Joker, who we're going to be asking to come out a little bit later, from Batman or Arkham Origins, and Joel from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
All right. And my good friend over here, Mr. Nolan North.
Don't look to your left, Nolan.
Nathan Drake. The new trailer for Uncharted 4 looks fantastic. Desmond Miles from Assassin's Creed.
Thank you.
Penguin from Batman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Arkham City and Arkham Origins.
Pretty much anything Arkham.
Yes, that's him. He's there.
Deadpool, who will also ask to come out a little bit later.
Yeah, maybe later.
And the Doctor.
Yes.
Dr. Richtofen from Call of Duty Zombies.
I do a lot of different things.
I like how we all just sat here and nodded like that's correct.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna leave now.
Yes,
That
I
was
did that.
me.
That one as well? Yes.
Yes. That was Troy.
Doctor.
That was
Doctor.
me.
And Doctor.
That was me. That was Troy.
That was John. That was Troy.
So
Troy's got
I
a
want to
lot.
hear how you guys got started. I want to sort of know just simply how you got into the business. Tell me like where you started before you got into voice acting.
I was a musician, and we were doing our album at this studio that did car commercials as well. I was like, I want to be in the radio. And they were like, get out. And this literally the guy had a weird voice. He was like, get out. I don't know why I talk like this. I watch a lot of Futurama. So yeah, and then 2 weeks later I got an opportunity to do like car adverts, and then that just kind of like rolled itself in the next thing, and next thing I knew I was doing video games, and it's been kind of chasing my tail ever since, and hoping that people keep hiring me. It's been good. I want to know. I don't know what your story is.
I started in
in
New
New
York.
York.
I started in New York. I was doing stand-up for many years, and then I started doing voiceover. I was talking to a good friend of mine who was an actor, and I was like, dude, how do you make ends meet between gigs, between like doing, theater? And he was like, well, I do a lot of voiceover. And at that time, I'd been doing some commercials and stuff, and I didn't want to be the, hey, dude, you're the cheeseburger guy, man. And I didn't want to be him. So I started doing voiceover in New York, and I did a lot of radio and television advertisements. And then once I moved to Los Angeles, there was a lot more opportunity to do animation. And then with animation came all the flood of just doing video games. So yeah, huge. That's pretty much it,
Mr. Nolan.
in a nutshell.
I was doing a show, again, I was doing theater and stand-up in New York, and then I came out here for a show, an on-camera show, and that got put down, euthanized. It was a kind it needed to die.
Well, girl, you've been good.
Yeah, that would have been quicker, but instead they're like, we're just gonna let it die for 6 months. So when that went off the air, we just, again, make ends meet, and found out, video games were starting to get into the idea of actually using actors.
Instead of using computer voices.
Computers or the people who made them at the time. So anyway, the games led into animation and films, and then, it's chased my tail and caught me pretty good. So.
Well, and most people know you guys for your voices, but obviously now games are changing so much, and it's becoming a whole new industry. I mean, now you're seeing motion capture, facial capture. There's a lot of integration of on-camera as well as the voice. And so how do you guys see that changing? I mean, what do you see as the difference? I mean, obviously, I consider you guys actors first, no matter what. But how do you see the differences evolving as becoming a motion capture actor versus an on-camera actor? You guys have all had experience in the different realms. So how are you starting to see that change, and specifically in games, and how your performances are evolving for the game audience?
I would say that a lot of people ask me is like, what advice can you give me? I want to become a voice actor. And you're right. It's like, well, first of all, just focus on the acting. That's what it is. I mean, because there's going to come a time where it's not just one tool that you have to use, but it's a whole set of tools. And it's if you understand how to build a character, if you understand how to not just use one particular thing, but actually build a character from the ground up, know who that person is, and be able to step into it at a moment's notice, that's really where this is kind of challenging all of us to go, because it's just like shooting a show or shooting a film. When we do a Mocap project, we shot The Last of Us over 3 years. Uncharted, I mean, collectively, probably 10 years you guys have been working on that, and Gears as well. I mean, it's like these things are long processes, and it's almost like doing theater. You're going to stay with this character for a very long time. So get your feet wet in theater and understanding the actual craft of acting, not just trying to come up with a funny voice.
Well, so much of it is when you guys are doing motion capture, you don't have a lot of the conveniences that you do have on set. You don't have the makeup and the costuming and the sets that you're used to working with the playing off of. You're interacting with each other.
But that's the joy of the job,
Right.
is the make-believe part. I mean, that's really where it's fun for us. That's the wackiness and the craziness in the controlled environment. That's where the play comes from. But like to reiterate what he said, say that 10 times fast. It really all stems from the acting, and you just because you can do a silly voice doesn't mean you can do voiceover and you can do voice acting.
Yeah.
But Nolan's an exception to the rule. Kidding. I'm sorry.
Those are real tears.
Are you okay?
Those are.
I get paid. I'm good.
And
Doing
Nolan
all
North
right.
going deep on that one. That's a
Go
shot to-
deep of my
that's a
ball.
shot to
The
left
park isn't
field.
big enough to hold that one. 3-run shot and looks like Pujols has pulled a hamstring.
I don't know what happened right there. I digress. The interesting thing about performance capture, not mocap. No,
Noob.
but, the interesting thing is it's kind of like it's the best of both worlds. It's kind of it's very much like doing theater, but you can make mistakes. Like in television, you're gonna get a take 2, take 3, take 7 or 8.
Yeah, with me.
Depending on who you're working with. But I think the great thing is you do that performance that we've done for years, but now it's just what they do with that information they've collected. Now that scene is put through a processor or whatever. They send it to the chocolate factory and it comes out a beautiful game. Willy Wonka. I don't know.
Uncharted 4.
But there's also a big difference, I think, just the difference between the voice quality, the voice that you're going to be doing, and then the voice acting, right? Because a lot of times you'll see a lot of games, they're just looking for a voice, and the performance doesn't necessarily go hand in hand with that character. I think one of the things that's so amazing about what you guys bring and why I love watching you guys work and I enjoy our sessions so much is that you guys bring the character to life. The voice is fantastic, but I think that's secondary to the performance that's behind that.
It's all going back to that old adage that if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. And what we're seeing happen now is not just, I think, great performances, especially like what we saw last year at the end of the console generation, were some of the most amazing games, narratively, cinematically. But that all stems from that creative director and the team that actually writes that story and the conceit of what the story is, and some of the most amazing, like the impetus of Bioshock Infinite and Last of Us, Uncharted, all of these are mind-blowing even compared to film standards because you're playing it, you're not just watching it. So the immersive nature of it is a very incredible creative process, and what we're seeing is the writing is elevating, the storytelling is elevating, and with that the characters are elevating, and that affords actors who really, really dig this process to dig in and actually raise the standard of their own performance. So everybody across the board is being challenged, and I think we're starting to see the effects of that.
Yeah, but let's talk about the downside of performance capture. You gotta stay in shape.
Yeah.
And I'm at the age where I really am ready to let myself go.
But
I've already done that, man, and I've done it all.
I know, Bender.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
still,
How many
come
houses
on.
has that bought?
Huh?
Yeah, let's talk about real estate.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
got 3 houses.
Yeah, that's primetime money. I don't want to run anymore.
But you bike. You're a
Oh,
you use
I
cycling,
know, and I
right?
say I like it, but I only do it because it's a really tight thing, and if I... The first mocap suit I ever had to wear, when it was mocap, now it's performance capture. Write
Get it
that
right.
down. Was brown.
Was brown?
It was a brown mocap suit, and when we had to do, it was the first Uncharted, and I put that on, and we had to do ADR, which you go back and loop yourself, and they came up, and I looked like Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Oh no!
And it was like 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag, and I thought, I need to do something about that.
You
if
did,
I'm
man.
gonna
From
continue.
Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, there you like.
I did. I got lithe.
I got 3
believe the word
words.
is
I
lithe.
got 3 words for you. Spanx for men.
Oh no, I wear those.
Jesus,
I'm
John,
wearing
you
them
been
now.
working out?
Yep. I'm ready to go. Oh.
Now, you guys are so known for the characters that you've been doing, but do you guys start to find that you start to get typecast because of that? I mean, people know your voice. The thing that's amazing is you guys can do 1,000 different voices between you guys, but I think a lot of times I'll see that if you get a role that
Right.
everyone knows, then someone says, hey, I want that guy. And I think that a lot of people don't even know the range that you guys have sometimes.
I think that, especially with you two guys, Jimmy Vaughn, guitarist, said of his brother Stevie Ray Vaughan, he goes, I play 80% of what I know, Stevie played 10. And that's the way that I think, especially with you, people are like, Nolan North's in every game. No, that there was a period where, because Nate Drake was such a great character, that Nate Drake was in every game. But what Nolan can do, and that's why I love the fact when you did the Penguin, nobody saw that coming. They're like, that's not Nolan. Or David in The Last of Us. Nobody knew that was him. So, I mean, sometimes people get, typecast or whatever, but I think that really, especially with these two knuckleheads, you're scratching the surface of what they're capable of. And I think, what I hope is not that necessarily we get typecast for our roles that we've done, but it's not that people want to, that's actually 40. Yeah, it's 40. I'll get it from you later.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
I'll get it.
Jesus.
I'll
God.
get it.
I'm keeping this, by the way, because they touched it. But it's not so much the fact that, thank you, John.
Just take it. Just shut up.
It's not so much the fact that we're typecast for our roles, but it's that people like working with Nolan. They like working with John, and so there's just a faith that comes with it where you're like, we need this character. Let's just get Troy in here. We know that he can knock it out of the park. Maybe it changes the character a little bit, but I think that's the goal. Not just saying, we really want the Joker in this game. It's that we want Troy, we want Nolan, or we want John, or we want Roger Craig Smith.
But see,
we don't want James Arnold Taylor.
But everyone
No.
should know that even if you're just one-dimensional type of a performer, you can still have a career.
That's
Right.
right.
If you can do one thing well.
Totally.
You see
Do
what I
one
did
thing
there?
with- yeah.
I did the opposite of what he was doing.
It's called irony.
So, John, let
And
me ask
now
you a
30
question.
minutes so far jokes.
Sure.
John?
You have done a tremendous amount of television animation, games, but so much of the work that I've seen you do, I mean, between Futurama and all the television shows that I've seen you do, that brings, I think, a unique aspect into games as well, because your television experience, your animation, the characters you're bringing, I think bring a new life into games as well. How do you treat that?
Thanks. That's true.
Yes, yes,
I
it
would
does.
have to agree with you there. Oh man. I guess all I know is that I bring a sense of play to what I do. So if that breathes life into the characters that I get to play, then so be it. I don't know. I just really love what I do, and yeah, I'm shocked that I get paid to do what I do.
Where do you get your inspiration? Are you just imitating
We are
people,
more
or?
shocked.
I know. Tell me about it. I get my inspiration from people walking down the street, from things that I hear. I kind of try to be as much of a sponge as I possibly can. Not that kind of a sponge, but a sponge that just I want to absorb things, and and I bring things up from what I heard in the past, or if there's something that I see on the paper. Shuby Taylor, yeah, like Shuby Taylor. You guys know about Shuby Taylor? Google Shuby Taylor, the world's worst scat singer. Oh God. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just a sense of play that I think I bring to the room, and I'm fortunate, and I really appreciate it. So well, as far as inspiration is concerned, it comes out of anything and everything.
How often do you find you're able to bring that into your characters in the games?
Every day, something happens, or something inspires me, or I'll talk about something and incorporate it into that day's work, and there'll be an inside joke for us, like oh, that was like there was a for example, like on Penguins of Madagascar, there was an alien that I played that was basically me doing Tracy Morgan, and they did it backwards. They played it backwards. And Tracy's doing good. Tracy's doing good, by the way. So come on, Tracy, my man. But they played it backwards, and it sounded like this crazy gibberish.
So
and it was because I was goofing around in the studio that day doing a lot of Tracy Morgan, like, yeah, there's plenty of people up in here. I'm gonna get pregnant.
I was gonna say,
That's
so if they
for
played it
real.
back where the girl didn't get pregnant.
Shoot, I got my wheelchair gloves and everything.
And so Nolan, you did a fair amount of.
I've done a fair amount.
But you've done a lot of stand-up.
You've done enough.
I think a lot of where Drake came from, and a lot of the work I see you did before, a lot of it was improvisation as well. How does that influence your characters? I think a lot of the work that I've seen you do, and half the stuff that you've done on all the projects, and Deadpool, that's you. I mean, that's you going to town.
Careful. Deadpool's a psychopath, and he's a split personality. Okay, yeah. I can kind of see that. Yeah, improvisation's always great, especially when we were talking about before in the performance capture stage. Or
PCAP, actually, if you want to be.
What's that?
PCAP. That's what we're calling
PCAP?
it.
Is that what it-
PCAP. Yeah.
Is that what-
PCAP.
There was an
Is that what
email
Kevin
that went
Spacey
out.
called it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Kevin called it ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Yeah, improv. If a lot of the people that we work for, Flashdance. Bring it on.
Maniac on the...
Wasn't Jennifer Beals though, in the chair? No, it was her in the chair, not dancing.
Yeah, they
Sorry.
had somebody
By the way,
doing her
everybody
mocap.
here wasn't even born
I know.
when that happened. Oh, good. Here you go. Okay.
Is Flashdance when just people randomly show up to one place and start
I
doing the
forgot
shit
the
about?
questions.
Where does your inspiration come
Can
from?
I just
Improvisation.
ad-lib now? Where do I get my check?
Okay, so all right, so we've got about
That's
10 minutes
improv.
left, and I want to use this 10 minutes of something we did last year, and that's a chance for these guys to play. And do you guys remember the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? Okay.
What are
so
we
this
doing?
is gonna be a celebrity mashup with three of the most talented guys in this industry. So all right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a character
Oh Christ.
that you guys have done.
Oh, I'm gonna be Christ.
Okay, cool.
I don't remember them all.
And I'm gonna take a suggestion from the audience, and I'm gonna let these guys riff. Just really, we're gonna do like 3 of these if we have time.
No,
Okay?
we really didn't talk about this.
We're gonna do Jazz from Transformers,
Oh, okay, that sounds like fun.
and we're gonna do Cliff Jumper from Transformers. Or no, you give me a robot. Who's your best robot?
Autobots roll out.
No.
All right, Peter.
Wait, no, that was
That's
Peter.
Peter Cullen.
My best robot? Oh shit, because he's Bender. Okay, I didn't do a good robot.
Are you see
Oh
where this
wait,
is
no,
going?
I could do the one from Ratchet and Clank.
All right, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
All right, and
There you
then
go.
He's a robot.
I need a situation for these guys.
I guess
Am I Bender? What the hell am I doing?
Who said strip club?
Someone,
just
give
do
me
better.
one.
I
Give me
guess
one.
we're
Give me one.
robots.
Wait here. Hold on a second.
Holy shit! I don't know.
Naked and Afraid in the Amazon.
Naked and afraid
in the Amazon.
in the Amazon with
Okay.
our 3 favorite robots. And go.
Well, this is awkward. I mean, more for you guys, because I've got clothes. They're all metal.
I'm glad I brought more liquor.
Why is he always drinking, sir?
What did everybody bring? What'd you bring over there,
That
little?
was an input, not an output.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't know.
This is going horribly wrong.
All right, so everybody had to bring one thing into the jungle. What'd you bring?
I brought a baby.
Well, I suppose if we run out of food, we'll be all right. Of course, I always like myself a little bit of 10W30. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Now, each of these guys, very good, very good. Come on, come on.
I'm sorry.
You are not going to get these 3 guys
You know
together
something?
doing this
Listen,
very much.
You know, you talk about whose line is it anyway. I actually auditioned for that show, and I was up there with Wayne Brady, and we were at the casting, and I didn't get on the show because I did what just happened. I would start laughing. They would do something so funny that I just broke the whole scene. They were like, "You're not good at this. You need to go now." But you guys are great.
But somehow Jimmy Fallon has a career.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Saturday Night Live, come on.
All right, now each of you guys have done the Joker at different periods of your life or
Oh,
different
Christ.
projects. But I'm not going to make you do all this. But all right. So, Troy, I want to hear your Joker. Mark Hamill apologizes he's not here with us this
No, he's too
weekend.
busy making Star Wars.
and wearing Spanx.
I want to hear Penguin from Batman.
All right.
And let's do Jake. Let's do Jake the dog. All right, and I need a situation. Give me a hand? Somebody give me one. Over here. Hold on a second.
Oh my gosh.
There's some explosions going
An
on.
orphanage.
In an orphanage.
In an
God.
orphanage.
Joker, the Penguin, and Jake in an orphanage.
Okay.
Now,
Go.
Who let this dog in here? All these kids might be allergic.
Hey, nobody's allergic to me. I'm a fun dog. Look, I can stretch up to the sky.
Oh my God!
Look at my balls.
I'm going to murder all of you.
Hey, you can't murder me. I'm part magic, dude.
Easy there, Joker boy. I might get Batsy back here and take care of you. What is your main thing that you do? Oh, that's right. You're like a small bird. Oi, that's not the power.
What's
I've got
that,
a
robot?
bird and a dog.
Hey, check this out, Joker. I farted on you.
Hey, what's that robot doing with that baby in that previous sketch? That's disgusting.
I don't know, but he pulled it out of his chest cavity.
Watching, we've got people who are under 13 watching. There's one right there.
Oh.
All right. We have time for one more. All right.
What am I
Does
doing?
everybody really want one more?
One more. Yes? One more.
Your funeral.
All right.
Oh, really?
We're going to do... Let's you
Hold
get this
on,
straight.
I'm watching that.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
snap, that's the Golden Gate Bridge.
All right, we're gonna go.
cold-blooded.
We're gonna do Marcus.
Marcus?
Sure. From Gears of War. Let's go for Zadokta. All right. And you want to be the straight guy? You want to go? Let's do Joel. All right. I need one more situation. This is gonna be our last one. Make it a good one. All right. Here we go.
Where are they?
Stuck in an elevator. Stuck
in
an elevator. We've got Joel, Marcus, and Richtofen stuck in an elevator.
Well, this is great.
Have you pushed the button?
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you sure? It's not lighting up.
well, should I cut through the door with my lancer?
Well, that'd be a good idea, shouldn't it?
What do you think?
I got good news for you guys. In about 10 years, you're all gonna be dead anyway. I suppose I can make it a little bit longer in this elevator. Let's
I love your
speed it up a
stubble.
bit.
Dom, Baird, you
What?
guys out there?
Sorry. Hello?
I'm sorry, I don't know what games your people are in.
It's not a game. I'm gonna kill you. I got a bottle. I can do some pretty good damage with that bottle, I'll tell you right now. You give me a lighter and we'll have ourselves a show.
Where is the little girl?
Shit.
All right, guys. Let's hear it. Come on. This is why I love my job, because I get to work with these guys seeing this every day, and this is the most fulfilling and amazing industry to allow us to do this. So we're going to wrap up. We're going to do some autographs with these guys. We're going to start a line back here, and then we're going to divide it up, so if you guys get in line. But before we do that, I'm going to take 1 or 2 questions. How much time do I have? A few minutes? 5 minutes? 3 minutes? Let me take 1 or 2 questions from the audience if you guys want to. Give me a hand if anybody wants to. If everyone wants to autograph. I see that line going. This line's going to go fast, so what we're going to do here with the line guys is get in line out there. We're going to divide you and come up to one of these 3 guys, and hopefully we'll be able to fit everybody in. We only have about 20 minutes.
One of 3.
The line's been moved over
Pick
here.
wisely. Go to John.
We have a question over here.
I can't.
All right, we have a mic coming over right there.
Since Nolan is in The Last of Us, will Troy Baker be in Uncharted 4?
I do not make those decisions, nor would I want to.
Thank you, Coach Sutter.
That's a great question. I hope so. If we can find I think there might be a role somewhere. We'll figure it out. I have no idea. I really don't make those decisions, but I would. I'd put him in.
Another question right here.
Yeah, my question's for Mr. North. When are you going to revise your career in Star Trek?
When am I going? What?
When are you going to be in another Star Trek?
Well, you gotta talk to JJ about that one.
Oh, is
See
it
if we can get past
JJ we have
one
to
line.
talk to? Let me call J Squared.
Let me call JJ right now. Hi, JJ. I know. Hello. Hello. Yeah, no, he seems a little bit busy, but that was fun. That was fun.
Hey guys, I know everyone's in line right now, but let's give one big round of applause for
But
for
only
our
one
guests
big
here.
round.
One big round, because we're not going to do 2.
Okay, that's
guys,
enough. That's enough.
John, Nolan, and Troy. Guys, thank you very much, and
Thank you, guys.
thanks to Turtle Beach for hosting us.
Thank you, Turtle Beach!
Woo! Everyone within earshot needs to buy Turtle Beach headphones,
Turtle Beach, baby.
or we will find you, and we will kill you. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I still have a microphone that works.
And the main thing was the mainstream when you people.
I think the important thing.
Will the owner of a blue Ford Taurus, California license plate,
Attention Walmart shoppers, there is a blue light special on Maxi Pads in aisle 57.
Please move your car. It's on the freeway.
Would the owner of an elderly man in aisle 12 please come to the front?